All right, so everything should hopefully be working as intended. Let me just wait for the stream to appear on YouTube. I think we should be live. Okay, I think we are good to go. So what we're doing today is gonna be a little bit interesting. Let me just kind of think of how I wanna approach this. So basically, we want to, let me just open this asset right now so you can see a little bit better what I had in mind. So basically we're finishing it up, but I kind of wanted to place like 2 humanoids on each of these plates. So that should be most easily done by importing the hierarchy, but we'll have to delete some of the animations because of course we don't need those. But instead of doing everything manually, I'm gonna show you a quick little trick how to do that. So first let's go to the templates and let's choose our medium human template, and let me see, I guess we can make it skeleton guard. It's gonna be like in a separate folder just so it doesn't interfere with any of that stuff. And then we're gonna model it a little bit later. Let me see if I can open now my local Vox edit folder. So here. Okay, and then we go under projects, skeleton guard. And then let's delete all of the .vxa files, which are the animation files. So select here and delete, and let's also close this without saving. So hopefully, let me just double check here. Okay, so we only have our rig. Let's see, let's sort by type. VXM, wait a sec, did we delete the VXR file as well? Well, that's not good. Okay, VXAs are all the way to here. And where's the VXR is here at the bottom. Okay. Gotcha. So we need the VXR for the rig, and then we need the rest for the models. So that should hopefully be good. So we can import it here now. Let's see, let's go to our platform and then import hierarchy, and then let's select the skeleton guard and let's open it here. Okay, and now we have this new controller node which we can position around where our, oh, what happened here? Okay, apparently we got our rig messed up a little bit, probably because we deleted the idle one animation as well. So we don't have any starting coordinates or anything like that. So let me see if I can undo the import. Doesn't seem so. Can we quit without saving the changes? Let's see. Okay, we still have the model imported. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's undo our delete, and let's leave the idle animation perhaps. So let's see. Let's select them all again. So .vxace, and then let's find the idle one. Maybe we can enlarge this a little bit. Is this doing anything? Okay, so let's see, avatar, idle. Okay, here it is. Let's delete the rest. And let's also, okay, we don't have the hierarchy imported, so let's try it again and let's see what happens now. Okay, now we have 2 models, and okay, at least our dude is like looking fine, so that's good. And let's see, okay, so here we have our keyframes for the animation. So if we press play, we can see that he's even moving a little bit. We're gonna have to get rid of those. And apparently we have 2 idle animations. Oh, okay, so this one is the default one. We can get rid of this one. Yes. And let's see, what's this broom? This will delete every animation but the current one. Okay, so we don't need that. And also, I guess now we need to... let me just clear up the library a little bit. I think... I'm sorry. So let's quit this. Let's go here to our projects and let's see if we can... let's filter by date. And then let's erase all of the character stuff. So hopefully we import it just once. So I think that should do it. Let's check it out now. Okay, so we don't have the template imported, which is good. We don't have the duplicate files, which is also good. We still have the nodes, so let's erase this just to keep everything nice and tidy. And now let's try to do it again, and hopefully this time it works like a charm. So we only have 1 instance of each of those, and then we still have the keyframes, which we're gonna get rid of. But the important thing is that we have this model or the rig that we're gonna turn into like our skeleton guard or a warrior. It's gonna be more like a statue, so it's gonna be stationary. So there's that, and then we're gonna put another one here, and then maybe we can do like 2 different poses and stuff. So first I think we should just get rid... oh, that's the wrong button. Let me get rid of all of these keyframes, just so we don't have to be bothered with those anymore. Let's delete you, and then just a couple more. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Cool, great. Now we can actually save. And then let's try to move our controller node a little bit higher, just so we can kind of see the fit here. Oh, oops. Let's move to the start of the timeline. Let's move it upwards, something like that. Cool. And we can also kind of see the scale of these gates compared to the humanoid, to the medium humanoid. So now we can start modeling. We're not, at least I don't think we need to do like too many details and stuff, because it's already a pretty detailed asset. The only thing that I would like to have here would be kind of the default palette, because we have managed to kind of mess it up here, and we also don't have the gray tone. So let me just load the palette. So oops, that's one folder too high. Okay, let's import the default palette, and let's get going. So we can get rid of some of this hair here. We're not really gonna need it. I mean, other skeletons might be jealous if he has too much hair. That's not really something they would all have, so they might be jelly. So let's try to avoid that. And maybe we can make the skull even a little bit smaller. And usually what I kind of like to do is just, well, I don't know, either cutting the size in half, or just, oh, and we don't have, it's kind of messing me up that we have a little bit different set of preferences between this and another account that I'm using. So yeah, just gotta relearn my shortcuts. So let me fill this in as kind of the base color. Kind of this whitish gray. We can fill in some more of this stuff here, and then we can get rid of the ears. We could make like a little hole or something in the side of the skull. And then let's see, maybe we can do something like this, like that. And then I think, well, actually, when I got rid of the hair, I think I would like to make some kind of a medieval helmet on top of it. So let me just quickly try to model that also. So maybe there can be, it can be a little bit lower. Come on. Like this. I'm just gonna make it real simple. We can we can play around a little bit more with it later. So all right, here, and then maybe let's make it a little bit more rounded at the top. So something like this, and then like so. Okay, I think that's good enough for the start. We're gonna make some more details later on, but I just kind of like to see how it all fits together. So now for the chest, I think, oh, we need to import our palette as well. And then was it this one, or was it one shade brighter? No, I'm not 100% sure. Let me just double check that real quickly. So let's see you. Okay, it's the third one when you're looking on the bronze. So this one. Cool. And now I think we can try to model some of the ribs and stuff. So let's see. Okay, let's maybe make a hole into it. Just extend it upwards. Let's see here. We can't use the face tool because it's gonna erase everything, and we don't want that to happen. We still want to have a little bit of the bone up here, like so. And then maybe we can do something like this. And now I'm just thinking whether it would be good enough if we just colored in some of the stuff, or we can kind of hollow it out. So right here, and then another one about here, and then let's just make them a little bit shorter, like so. And then for the top part thingy, I think it should be something like this. We'll see about that. We can still fix it a little bit later if we don't like it, but that kind of looks like it. Let me maybe just make it a little bit thinner. And then yeah, I think as far as the like base model is concerned, I don't wanna make like too many faces, and then we can just experiment with some colors later on. So I think that should be hopefully all right. Now for the arms, let's see. Let's import the palette, of course. That's the joy of working with gray assets. I always end up with some kind of a palette that doesn't have them, so what can you do? So just something like that, real simple bone. Let's maybe trim the volume already. We already know we aren't gonna do much more stuff there. And now for the forearm, let's load the palette. Let's fill it in. And now here we can maybe offset the pivot point by a little bit. So it's kind of centered right there. And then let's see. You can just hollow it out a little bit, just making it a little bit narrower, like so. And then for the hand, I don't really think we need to modify that much. We should just load the appropriate palette and then just kind of apply our colors to it. So a little bit darker shade right there, and then a little bit brighter shades up here and up here. Perfect. So that's one arm done. Now we need to get to the belly. So this one is gonna be a little bit tricky. We don't want it to intersect directly with the ribs and stuff. So let's see. Can make it like so, and then we can make it just basically just the spine here. So we can erase this. We can erase most of that, and hopefully it should look just fine. Maybe we can do like a little bit here. Oops, like a little tiny bit right there. And then let's trim the volume as well. Let's kind of check it out. Okay. Now for the hip part. This one might be the most kind of challenging. Let me load the palette. Let me apply the color. And let's also turn on the nice lines so we can see a little bit better what's going on. So let's cut right there. Let's maybe make this part a little bit smaller. Maybe this area a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think that's that's just all right. No need to make it overly complicated, at least I don't think so, because most of our attention is gonna be focused on the other stuff anyway. So yeah, now let's get to the thighs. Of course, the same old thing. Import, replace color. Now we can get rid of the mirror because we don't really need it right here. And then again, it's also kind of an asymmetric asset. Well, we're gonna make it symmetric, at least kind of. Let me see here. Maybe we can make it like getting slightly thinner towards the knee. I don't know. Just kind of experimenting around with some stuff like so. And then for the left leg, let's try to offset the pivot point by half so it's kind of centered right there. And then of course let's redo all of the progress that we have done before, kind of with our with all of the other nodes or models. And then let's try to maybe make it a little bit thinner right there, and then here as well. I just kind of feel it should be like symmetric. I'm just not sure. Guess this does look kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay, let me trim the volume right there. And we're gonna keep it like that. And then just for the foot, let's maybe offset it by half, just so it kind of matches the ankle. And then again, let's load our palette. And then I think this should be kind of the last time that we do it. The rest are gonna be just duplicates. Like that. And then let's get rid of this part. And then I was just kind of thinking if we should make it look like it has some toes. I guess we can do that with some color, right? No need to create too many faces. Okay. And then maybe we can even give it some armor, maybe some, I don't know, shoulder pads and stuff. And then as far as the thigh is concerned, I think I would like to push it slightly outwards, just so we can kind of see this part a little bit better. Like so. And then for the arm, yeah, I shouldn't have trimmed the volume before, but let me fix that real quickly. Like so, and then here now is centered like that, and then let's move the pivot point forwards as well. And then let's make this part a little bit bulkier so that we can decorate it a little bit later. Or I mean, I can just put on some basic brown colors just so can maybe know there's some I mean, it can be either like leather armor or some kind of an iron thingy. I just think I would kind of prefer the gray aspect to it. And then if we make it a little bit taller, we could even add like a spike to it. So let's see. And also let's turn on the nice lines. It's kind of, wait, what? I think I meant it something somewhat like this. And then also we can just add a nice little detail that this part is kind of darker. And then we can also do some stuff right here, just to kind of make it look a little bit more dynamic. So yeah, it does look kind of bulky, but I still kind of like it. So yeah. Now for the forearms, I'm just kind of thinking if we need all of these details, I think we could just, I'm just kind of trying to optimize for the faces. So maybe these parts can, like, we make like 1, 2, 3, 4 extra faces with this. So we can just maybe paint it in and hopefully it still looks good. Just to kind of save on some faces. And then I think I have also noticed that this one is slightly too dark. Oh, not like that, but it's just so that we just so it doesn't stand out too much. And then I think here we can fill this in as well, just so it does look a little bit more proportional. And then maybe we can cut it up here, although now we can see some of the bones, so maybe let's not do that. and maybe we can just color in some details. Let's see how that would work. Yeah, I think maybe the easiest way to add details would be just like a little strip here at the bottom. Yeah. And maybe we could push it slightly backwards. Yeah, but we won't be able to see it anyway, so not really much point in doing that. Okay. So there's that as far as the arm's concerned. Maybe we can do a detail or two on the backside as well, just for the heck of it. Just so nobody calls me lazy, you know. That's like my biggest fear, of being called lazy. Just kidding. I'm much more terrified of spiders. And then, now we kind of need to play around with this facial expression. We don't have like that many voxels, so we kind of want to make it look a little bit menacing. Yeah, I think this might do it. Something like that. As far as the eyebrows are concerned, yeah, now he does look much more menacing with these little details. We can, oops, now come on. We can do some other stuff. Maybe just make it look like the bottom parts are like indented even further in. And then as far as the helmet is concerned, let me see what we can do there. So yeah, I think I kind of like this shape going downwards a little bit from here, and then just kind of trying to smooth it into the overall helmet shape. So something like, although now it does look more like a peasant hat with those thingies like dangling around. Let me try to find like an image of it. Let me just Google peasant hat, and let's see. Yeah, okay, that's just too easy. I mean, let me put it full screen here. Yeah, literally the second one has these straps, so yeah, that's not something that we want to go for here. I mean, it's not like a farmer that has been killed and resurrected or whatever the story would be behind this. So yeah, let's try to keep it more like militaristic and stuff. So maybe we can do like a little horn on the side. I like to do horns on the helmets, so it could be like my guilty pleasure. Let's see, nothing too fancy, maybe something like that, just so it does look a little bit more dangerous. And then let's move it a little bit forwards, and then maybe we can do something like that. Cool. Yeah, that's a pretty decent helmet right there. What more do you want? And then I think I kind of like these eyebrows, or like the shade underneath, but I don't really want to like make it too detailed. Like we could do some stuff here, maybe some stuff there. Yeah, not that big of a fan. I kind of like this one though. And I'm just thinking if we made this monocolor. Yeah, maybe this way it doesn't stand out as much. And then let me maybe try to. Yeah, no. I was thinking if we could maybe make some teeth and stuff, but so far it doesn't look that great. Yeah, no. Okay, no, now he just looks like he's screaming his heart out. So I think this is mostly fine. And now I'm just thinking if we could maybe add like a little red detail somewhere. Maybe. Is this too random? I mean, it kind of looks like really random, just it being placed here. Let me turn on the mirrors. And then let's try to, maybe we could make like a line. Something like this. Maybe this one can be like slightly lower. That could be interesting. Yeah, just something like that. Why not? And then maybe here we can do like a little bit of a shadow. Like so. Sure. And then we can even do like some highlights just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. Of course, we're terrified of being lazy, right? So like this, and then let's maybe just make it like so. And now I'm thinking we could maybe even make a little outline underneath there, just to add some depth to it. Yeah, I think I'm kind of fine with how this turned out. Yeah, I still can't get over the teeth. So let me try it one last time. So maybe like so, and then can maybe even Okay, I think now we might have like the desired look, and then let me just do something similar with the other holes, just indenting them by one. Of course, that's gonna make a little bit more faces, but yeah, I think it would help with the aesthetics. And then we can make some more details on this line, just so it doesn't look too flat. Maybe we can do, let me turn on the mirror again, just so we have everything nicely symmetric. Like so, and then maybe let's do an L shape there, just something like that. Nothing too fancy. Perfect. So here's a little helmet. And I guess we can move on to the chest and start doing some details here as well. So here we have like the thickness of 2. Let me get rid of the ghost trick. And then maybe we can just color it like darker color. So it's kind of in a shade. And then let's see. We can go up to this height and then it's gonna be visible up here. So, well, down here actually. So there's that. And then for the other inner parts, I think we can do like so. Let's see. Okay, here it's already visible, so let me fix that. And yeah, actually we can do some stuff here as well. We have some extra voxel space. Maybe we can just do it like this. Let's see. Okay, and then how? Let me get rid of that. And okay, so this is already a darker color. Perfect. Now let me pick this up, turn on the mirror. Then I just want to kind of make these parts kind of shaded out a little bit, just to add some more like shape to it and stuff. So maybe here. Then I'm just gonna add some random dots, just so it's like a little bit old skeleton already. He has some imperfection. He has seen some battles, perhaps. Who would know what happened to this dude? He's just guarding the gates right now. Leave him alone. So something like this probably for the torso, and I would be just happy. Let's check it out. Okay, and now I'm just thinking, because this dude has like really large horns, maybe we can make a little bit larger horns on the helmet as well. So I told you it's my little guilty pleasure, so hopefully nobody objects. Okay, so that's kind of the max height. We can't really go much further. Okay, so like this, and then yeah, I think I kind of like it this way. Why not? Oh shoot, we didn't mirror it. I hate it when that happens. Okay, let me fill that in. Let's do it like this, and then let me just mirror the details from the other side. I think that's good. Okay, getting there, and then maybe we can do. Let's see, maybe we can just do another little detail here, and of course we're not mirroring. Oh my god. Now I can't even complain like I'm lazy, because I keep forgetting about using the mirrors. So yeah, making some extra work for no good reason, I guess. Apart from making the stream longer, of course. Shh, don't tell anybody. Oh my god. Let's get a little bit serious for a moment. Well, we don't have to, but it would be nice. Okay, so let's make this part a little bit darker. And then we can just make some minor imperfections like these, just some details. I mean, probably nobody's gonna be looking at his butt, but yeah. Okay, I think I might be having a little bit too much fun doing a random skeleton. So what do we do here? Well, actually, I think we could try, well, let's try doing it this way. Nope. Let's try doing it that way. Might be a little bit better, but then again, what would happen if we were to do something like this, perhaps? And just a couple of imperfections right there. Oh, and actually, as far as the foot is concerned, we could actually make it wear like some kind of boots or something, so we wouldn't have the problem with the feet. So yeah, why don't we do that? So let's try to fill this in, and then let's make the foot of the boot a little bit darker, and then let's make it 4 tall actually, just so the boots are a little bit chunkier. And now on the leg, I think we can also do something similar. So like that, like this. And then maybe we can make it a little bit longer, just to do this tiny little detail here, just so we got that. And then we can make like a little shadow, so it's like the top of the boot is a little bit like folded over or something like that. And then I think in that case it would be all right if we made it 2 voxels thick, like so. And then for the knee and the bones, I think we can make it thicker, like so, and then just kind of color in some shades, something like this perhaps, just something like that. Let's save. Okay. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with the looks of the skeleton that we have right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the right limbs. So let me find those. Right foot, you go away, and you go away, and you go away, and you go away. Everybody goes away eventually. Well, that got a little bit dark. Now let's duplicate the left stuff. So right arm, right foot, right forearm. The A is large. Okay, and I think I'm gonna have to sneeze, so excuse me for a moment. And of course it doesn't happen when you announce it like that, so I apologize in advance. So this should be right hand, right leg, and the right thigh. Right thigh. And that should be all of them, hopefully. So let's find the right parts. Get it? Because they're on the right side. Right forearm, and then let me grab that and slide it to the right. And then we need the right hand as well. Where's the right hand? Okay, gotcha. And then we need the thigh, the leg, and the foot. Okay, and now all we need to do is just flip them across the x-axis, which is a common practice when you duplicate stuff like this. Let me just do this one just to make sure. Yeah, it did help. I think the foot also needs to be, yeah, okay. Even though some might appear like they don't have to be flipped, it's just best practice to just press this goddamn button. So we already have the arm. Now we need to do the same thing for the forearm. And then for the hand as well. And I can see that the hands aren't... Yeah, all right. We still need to like add some weapons to it and stuff, so I guess we'll do that a little bit later. So yeah, let me see. Maybe well, I think I could just make some useless details, like they wouldn't bring that much to to the overall build. So now I think for the forearm actually I would like to add a shield to it. So let's try to increase the thickness to 5. Then let's do this little trick by extending it into this direction, so it kind of covers the hand as well. Actually, let me make it a little bit larger still, just so we have like enough room to play with. And then as far as that's concerned, I think it should be at least 12 or maybe even like 16. And now we should also move this to kind of the middle, and then move the pivot point along with it, just so it kind of matches right here. All right, and then let's try to make a shield. So one option would be to kind of make it more of a circular shape. Well, we're gonna play around with it a little bit. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. I think I like 11. So if 11, that's like 3 is 8, and then divided by 2, that's 4. So just kind of trying to figure out where the center of the shield should be. Like this and like that. We need to make it a little bit longer still. Oops. Oh, come on. Just pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. Maybe we can extend it a little bit further, just because we have enough space. So here and here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now I guess we can try to like kind of make it circular. But the other option would be to do it more of a like crest shape. Is that like a thing? I don't know. So let me just try doing some stuff and we'll see how that goes. So maybe let's put it like this. Oh, actually it should be like this, so we obey the curve. Then it would kind of... let me see. So we can end up with something like this. And then let's extend it downwards a little bit. Let's see. what kind of a shape we can come up with. So now I think I would, oh, that's the wrong direction. And we even flipped it the wrong way. Oops. Let me do it like this. Okay, let's maybe make it a little bit larger. I have no idea how large this shield is gonna end up, so better a little bit too much than too little. So let's see, maybe we can have 3 voxels here, 2 voxels, and then a couple of ones. Just kind of finishing it up like this. Let's go ahead and check it out. So yeah, I think I actually kind of like this one. I'm just gonna probably go ahead and make it into, well, color it gray, and then just kind of make it like it's made of metal instead of like wood or leather, which would be kind of other options to make a shield from. Now let's go ahead and let's make this little outline just so it's a little bit nicer looking. Okay, and here we can just kind of do it like this. Okay. And now I'm just thinking if we would be able to squeeze in some detail here, but I'm not too optimistic about that, to be honest. And then maybe we can just like do some kind of a cross across the shield, something like this. Yeah, I don't like it that much actually. Perhaps we can do something with the red. I just don't want to kind of go too crazy with it. What can we do here? Well, we could do like a square rectangle. We could even do like a little texture. That might be interesting. Let me actually grab this color here, and then we can just maybe make this checker pattern across the shield. Okay, I think I like that. I just think it's a little bit too large right now. So I'm gonna grab this one. Also, let's not forget about that. Okay, and now I'm just gonna kind of mark the area where we're gonna apply this pattern, just so I'm just coloring it now so I can see a little bit better how far I can go with that. So here, 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 and here, kind of. Oh, it looks it reminds me of a walnut with this little pixel right there. So let me get rid of that. And then let's do our checker pattern. So like that. That's kind of interesting. And also there's a couple of stuff missing right there. To be honest, I still think that's a little bit too much red, so maybe this outline can be in red, and then we can fill this in with the other color, like so. Stop playing with me. Okay, gotcha. And now let's see, can do like a little outline here. Okay, maybe something like this. I mean, why not? And then let me undo. Okay, let's see what this looks like. So yeah, sure, why not? It does look way thicker than this part here. Maybe we can like make it like a little shadow here, and then a little highlight here at the top. Just so we can kind of make it a little bit nicer. Beautiful. And now I think we can do it like that. Sure. Cool. Nice. What other word I can say? Can I say? So that's kind of that. Let me see. Yeah, the hand still needs to be trimmed. Okay. Let's not save that. And I think the damage has already been done. Come on, mate. Let's see, we probably need to rotate it like that. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. And let's trim the volume. Okay. So that's it for this hand. Let's not quit. Oh, come on, let me just save. I can't do anything right right now. So there's that, and then for the right arm or the right hand, what I would kind of like to do would be adding some kind of a weapon. So let's extend this a little bit this way, and then let's extend it. Yeah. Let's extend it like that also. Cool. So I think it would be easiest if we start with the handle. So something like that, real simple. There could be like a little, yeah, let me do that as well. So we can just make it like it's a little bit thicker on this side. Like so. Yeah, it's getting pretty chunky, right? Okay. Now what we need is some like a guard. So we're gonna flip it again and then extend it a little bit more, just so we have the room on both sides. And I'm just gonna do it like monochromatic for now, and then we can just add the colors a little bit later. So let's make it a little bit wider still. I want the 3 on one side, and then 1, 2, 3 onto the other one, and then the top like line or bar can be a little bit wider. We're not gonna go into too many excesses with this item. Let's see if it needs to be slightly thinner just for the blade, and then just extend it outwards a little bit. Let's see how long this actually is. So 17. Okay, let me get rid of one just so we have a nice 16 here, and then let's make it thinner from this side as well. Oh, and now we have the little problem with it being like the even thickness or the width. Let's see what this kind of looks like, whether it's kind of the right size for our little warrior, which is not that little actually, it's just kind of regular sized. Yeah, I think this does look about right. So what we're gonna do is just gonna color in some of the stuff here. So let's fill this in. And actually, now that I think of it, this could have been even like a separate asset. Let's fill that in as well. And then maybe here on the, whatever that's called, we can add like a little red detail, like so. And then I just make it appear a little bit more rounded. Perfect. Now here, okay. And now for the blade, I think we can just make the sharp part of it just a little bit brighter. So like here, here. Yeah, I'm not really sure that there's like much to add. Maybe the blocking part could be like from some kind of a gold or whatever, just to make it look a little bit more interesting altogether. So we are not only using the gray color. Maybe we can make it look a little bit darker. Yeah, sure. I think that's pretty fine. So that's one of the skeletons, and then we're just gonna duplicate it. Duplicate node, skeleton guard 1, and let's rename this one as well. So this one is going to be skeleton. Well, without the space in between the guard 0. And now let's find our platform and let's drag it there. So we have 2 of them. And I was just kind of thinking that perhaps one could be holding a sword and the other one could be holding like some other weapon. And then we could also position them in a kind of way that they would, just so they kind of aren't the same positioning. We're gonna get to that in a moment. But first I think actually we need to duplicate this right arm. So let me find it real quickly. Okay, we got it. It's actually right hand 1, and this one is gonna be holding like a spear or something. So let me get rid of the sword parts. boom, boom, and boom. And then let's drag this downwards. Let's drag it upwards as well. Let's maybe make it, I don't know, 48. Let's see. Oh, I guess we can get rid of it later. Just something like this, and then something like that. And then let me just kind of check the length and the size here real quickly to kind of see if we need to make it longer or if that kind of works. So yeah, I think it's about right. Well, we're gonna have to make it, we'll have to make it a little bit longer from the other side, just so we have enough room for the tip of the spear. So let me flip it around. Well, actually, I think it was 48 actually. Well, we can have a little bit more room than needed. Let's flip it back. And then here, let's just do the something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one can be 5 as well. And then let's make it 6. Let's center it like that, and then let's move this to 1, just so we can do like another part. Although it might be too thick right now. We'll see. We'll see about that. And then I'll just I think I actually kind of prefer this way. It does look maybe a little bit more pointy. I don't know. Then we can just add some of the wood texture, like here and there. Just some lines. Maybe we can take some of this brown as well. Just to kind of mix it all together. Maybe it could have been a little bit darker. Let me try to experiment with some of this stuff. Yeah, I think I prefer it this way. Oops. Something like that. Let's trim just to make sure. All right, so we have our 2 kind of guards. And I guess you can see that there's a little change in the design. Let me just drag this forwards real quick. Yeah, let's try to stay kind of consistent with it. Let's see. We got something like this, and then something like that, and then I think it kind of looks like this, right? I'm just not sure if there's only 1 or 2 of them. Let's try with something like that. Okay, and then Yeah, let's try something like that. I kind of like it. So it looks a little bit more similar with the other spear asset that we're gonna be using. And now let me just double check all of the nodes. So everything seems all right so far. So now we can try to maybe make them look like they're in the middle of some action or something. So maybe this one could be like, and then again, let's just kind of try to keep it in the dimensions of the asset, but maybe this one can be a little bit more turned to one side and then looking forwards. Then let's see, maybe we can I think I would like to have this arm to be not rotated that way. And also we have messed up our keyboard. Oh, come on. Which is the correct, gosh darn it. Okay. So I would kind of like to have it, where's my hand? So it's kind of like holding the spear that's like resting on the ground. So we'll see if we manage to do it with some patience. Probably we can achieve it. Let's see. And then we just grab some weird random point that just teleports us to another dimension, basically. Okay, let's rotate this a little bit forwards. Something like that, and then maybe the shoulder can be rotated a little bit further this way, and then it can also be holding the shield a little bit higher than the other guy. Just something like that. And now you can see we're probably gonna, well, not probably, we're gonna have to increase the length of the stick. So I guess it's kind of good that it's already oriented that way. So let me just kind of figure out what the length should be. So 58 seems about right. And now let's extend this downwards all the way down. Okay, that's it. So here, and then maybe just like that. It kind of finishes up. Cool. So here's like one guard done. And then the other one, I mean, this one seems like he's kind of resting. So I don't know if it makes much sense to like make this one like charging at somebody, or I don't know what. So I think I'm gonna keep him in a relatively neutral position. Let me just move these two thingies away. Because we don't really need them right now. And maybe he can be just like a little bit rotated. He should still be looking kind of forwards. But then as far as this is concerned, let's maybe rotate it a little bit backwards. Let's maybe move this arm slightly higher. Just so it's kind of getting ready for something, but at least I don't think it should look like it's being hostile. And also, like, when you look at it from the front, yeah, I think it would be nice if we could see the most of the shields and like the skeletons would be looking in front. So those are kind of two things that I would like to achieve here. So let's maybe move this upwards, and then let's move the shield a little bit closer to it. Yeah, now they kind of look similar, like a little bit too similar. So perhaps we can drop this arm down. And then maybe let's rotate the blade a little bit forwards, just so it doesn't kind of intersect with the player, like trying to walk in. Maybe it would like cut off like a curl from their hair or something. So that's pretty much it as far as the guards are concerned. And also I think we should duplicate this chain onto the other side. Let's duplicate chain 1 0. Let's hide this, and then let's drag this to what, platform 1, right? And then we just need to move it from -16 to +16, I think. Okay, cool. And now we just kind of need to figure out what we want to do with the spear and the halberd. I thought it would be kind of cool if they would be like sticking out somewhere. So let's try to figure out from where they should be sticking out. Maybe if we move this to 8, just so it's a kind of nicely rounded number, and then 16. And then if we were to rotate it inwards by maybe 15 degrees, that does look kind of cool. And then maybe the spear can be on the other side. So let's see, 8, right? And then, well, I mean, here we already have the chain. So, how do we want to do that? Well, maybe let's first just move the halberd to the other side. So duplicate node, halberd 1. Let's attach it to this platform. Wait, what? What is this attached to anyway? The base, okay, my bad. Oh crud. I need to minimize this skeleton guard, otherwise I can't see the... Okay, to the base. And then let's move it to -16. Let's rotate it around. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3. Like so. And then 1, 2, 3. Like so. Awesome. Then maybe the spear could be like up here somewhere. That might be also interesting. So let's see. We got, what's this node called? The pillar. Okay, so everything is kind of nested to it already. So let's just put it right there. Oh crud. Where are you, Mr. Spear? Let's move you upwards and here, just so we can kind of see it. Then maybe we can center it somehow in the middle between those, so 128. That's a little bit too much in my opinion, so maybe we can put it to 110, like that, maybe. And then 8, like so. And before we rotate it, I think it would be good that we just duplicate the node, call it sphere 1, and then let's attach that to the pillar 1, like so. And then I think it should be at -8, just so it's symmetric. Then let's try rotating it by 10 degrees perhaps. Yeah, so now that it's rotated, I think it would be a little bit better if we moved it slightly to the left in this case, and slightly to the right in the other one. So then let's just rotate it inwards to get something like that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then maybe just for the sake of it, another one could be sticking out maybe here. But I just don't wanna like overdo it. So I think I'm just gonna finish it like, I think I'm gonna be satisfied with what we got here. And then let me duplicate this into a couple animations. So we're gonna need opening 01. Yeah, I guess we can kind of start animating some of this stuff. So let me make the area a little bit bigger. Let's create the keyframes for all of our stuff. And then basically in the end, we want the mouth to be like a little bit under the floor, just so you can't see anything anymore. -33, and then at the top it's at 0, and then the inner part of the mouth is gonna move downwards as well, so -33. Let's do it on the other side as well. And then for the top part, we want to end up with the teeth disappearing. So that's gonna be 17, just so they're completely out of the picture. And then let's do something similar with the bars. So they don't have to disappear all the way, but they should get to something like that. So let's see what this looks like right now. Okay, and then we can just perhaps play with some transitions. So maybe we can copy this and paste it here, just so it starts a little bit later. And then this can also be a little bit of this curve. Actually, I think I would prefer it that it would start slowly and then get faster. From at least from that perspective. And then for this one, I would kind of like it to go like fast and then slow. And the side ones can just be linear. Okay. Now let's save, of course. And then at the iron bars, we can try to figure out if we can do some more tiny details. Let me pick this color. And then let's also turn on the mirroring. So now I'm just gonna try to make it look like there are some spikes at the bottom of it. But just by coloring it differently, because I think we already have enough faces, even though it's a like quite huge model or asset. I'm just trying to keep that stuff to a minimum. Let's save, and now let's check it out. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, I think it kind of, well, we can make this stuff a little bit darker. It wouldn't hurt, I think. So boom, 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 and boom. Cool. So there's that. And I was just thinking that maybe we could do something cool with the eyes when it's like opening and closing. We're probably gonna do that after. So let me duplicate this again into open 0, 1. So here this needs to go to -33. This goes to -33. This goes to -33. This goes upwards to 16 or 17 actually. And this one needs to go upwards to 64, if I'm not mistaken. It's like so. So that's the open position. And then let's duplicate it again. Closing 0, 1. Let's save everything. So this one is gonna take 1 second as well. So let's add all of our keyframes, just so we don't forget anything. And then we basically need to move everything back to 0, right? And that's just the nature of our pivot points, how we have made them. So when everything is at 0, the mouth should be closed. Like so. And then for these bars, I think I would like to do something similar to what we have done before. So they kind of fall down, and they should actually start like falling down quickly. Or not, let me kind of, yeah, I think I prefer that movement actually. And then as far as the mouth are concerned, I think I would like to I think the sides up here can be actually, let's do this, and then let's do that, just so the mouth kind of close all together. Cool, so I think that should be about it for today. Actually, let me just go ahead and try to export this to the marketplace, and then we'll see if we can get these doors to work in the game maker. And if that's the case, then we're gonna finish it for today. I might just add a little detail for the eyes when it's opening. I was kind of thinking that there could be like some glowing stuff and whatnot, but yeah, I'm kind of happy with what we have managed to do with the guards. So yeah, pretty decent progress, and also, well, the rest of it as well. So I think that should be it, and then let's go to the Sandbox maker to try our new asset out. Let's wait for it to load, I guess. Okay. Okay, let's go to our test map. And oops. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Okay, not the biggest thing that I have done, but pretty big. And then let's try to add a behavior door. So opening, closing, that's good. Let's see. Oh. Now I can move through. Well, it doesn't have any collisions anyway. And now it's closed. Let's see again. I think see what happens. Oh, you can actually, whoa. That's an interesting bug right there, but cool. Yeah, I think I would like to get these bars a little smaller, but as far as the door logic and stuff is concerned, it works perfectly. So yeah, let me just go ahead and quickly move those upwards in Vox Edit, and then we're gonna call it a day for today. So here is our final keyframe. That's gonna be at, I don't know, 74. Let's just make sure it doesn't stick out anywhere. That's good. And then let's just copy this keyframe, and we can put it to open, paste. We can put it to closing as a starting one, and paste it right here. Perfect. So I think that's it for today. Thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully we see each other some next time. And until then, bye bye.